good evening. Welcome back to You, Me, and the Community, a show established to publicize nonprofit organizations and everything that they do for our community. Again, I'm your host, Jaffney Gray. Thanks for joining us. Now, when playing a sport, overcoming an obstacle has a powerful message, even if that obstacle is a disability. Well, here we have an organization dedicated to helping children do just that, the Miracle League of Jonesboro.
This here is the entrance. There'll be two big wrought iron gates here. Here where you're seeing these iron pipes stuck out of the ground, we'll have big baseballs sitting there. Of course, this is all not painted yet. It'll all be painted and everything. Then we'll have a logo here in the middle. Then over here to my right is the restrooms. We'll have a men's and women's restroom and a family restroom and also a quiet room. As you can see, it's under construction, but the Northeast Arkansas Autism Association, they're responsible for furnishing this room, so they're diligently getting their plans together, and I think they have the ASU rugby team that's going to come out and help with the painting. We will have the largest Miracle League field in the United States once we complete our project. One reason we wanted this field to be bigger is because when we're not playing baseball or softball, we can actually mark off a space and they can do wheelchair basketball, wheelchair soccer, flag football, hockey, whatever they want to play on this particular field. And if you look out there, we've actually planted a field of corn, hoping that Kevin Costner will come and visit our Miracle Field, because this is our field of dreams, and he had his field of dreams.
Out here is going to be a little bit different because, well, no, it's going to be a lot different. Just because of the way that the whole league is set up, the whole playground is set up. This is not just for him, but it's for everybody, and he'll be able to benefit from it, and already has. I mean, watch, just watch him run.
They'll get the chance to finally, instead of just sitting watching, they'll get to play too.
It's wonderful. It is so needed. There's been a need for a handicapped accessible playground and an area where kids can come and feel comfortable, because we just struggle. I believe we'll be over here quite often. What do you think? She wants to volunteer over here.
We all want to see kids that have the same opportunities ours do, and that's what motivated me. Sharon, when she come to me the first time and asked me, I mean, it was just never a doubt I want to do the project, because, you know, I got 3 kids, or 2 kids and 7 grandkids, and all of them got to play ball. And she told me what this is all about. It was no question. It's a great project, great for Jonesboro.
Just the way all the kids are so excited about it. It's really, I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, that people would take so much time to help us out when we can, because most of us can't do the playground stuff, but we can do this, and it just really feels great for us.
Let's welcome from the Miracle League of Jonesboro, we got the Miracle League Director, Mrs. Sharon Turman. How are you doing today?
Fine.
It's good to meet you. It's good to have you on our show as well. I met you guys earlier and went out to the actual field, which was beautiful, by the way. I felt like a big kid. But before we get into that, can you tell us, what is the Miracle League of Jonesboro?
The Miracle League of Jonesboro is a ball field and a playground for children with special needs.
Now, I understand the Miracle League is basically a national organization, right?
Yes, it is. It was
Yeah.
formed in 1999 in Conyers, Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
where a father took his son to a ball field that had dirt and grass, and he had cerebral palsy, and he couldn't run like the other children.
Oh.
So he decided he was going to build a ball field with a rubberized surface. So that's where the Miracle League ball fields come into play.
Now, when did we become a part of the National Miracle League?
The city of Jonesboro joined the Miracle League in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point in time, Mayor Perrin and Wixon Huffstetler, the parks director, and I began researching different Miracle Leagues fields across the United States. There's over 250.
Oh, wow. So then how was the actual field, like the playground and all that good stuff? What did it look like?
Well, when we went and visited different parks, we picked up a lot of information. We wanted ours to be the very best that we could have in Jonesboro. So we started investigating, and we feel like that ours is the biggest one in the United States.
Definitely. Now, you've been in this for a while. What is your personal connection? Like, why did you even join or be a part of the Miracle League?
Well, it started with me viewing a video of the Miracle League on the internet, and it was like God tapped me on the shoulder and said, this is something you need to do. I had several friends that had children with special needs. Those children have had to stand on the other side of the fence and watch all the other kids play, and now it's a time they'll get to play.
Amen to that. Now, how do you feel that this is like a legit answer for how is it affecting or impacting our community?
Well, like I said, so many children and adults have had to sit back and watch their friends and their family members participate in sports. And this is not going to just be a ball field. It's going to be a place where families can come together and discuss their special needs children and the problems that they may have and get some problems solved.
Now, I see, like I said, I went out there, and just being in that atmosphere, I felt like like I'm a big kid, first and foremost. I love playgrounds. This is by far the best playground I think I've ever seen. It's not even necessarily just a playground, but it has so many different aspects to it. Am I right?
Yes, it has. And one of the fathers said yesterday something to me that I really wasn't aware of. But his son is in physical therapy, occupational therapy all the time. And he says, you know, when he's moving around on this equipment, he's actually getting his physical therapy out here on the playground.
Exactly.
So we hope some of the ASU departments will take our field and playground and use it to their advantage.
Well, definitely. All right, thank you so much. We're definitely going to get all of our volunteers out there. We'll have more from the Miracle League of Jonesboro when we come back to You, Me, and the Community.
Talkers standing by to get you motivated for your GED diploma. Text the name Terry to 69222 for a sympathetic pep talk.
You show people what you really are.
Or for a gentle pep talk, text the name Deborah.
You know you're going to make people very proud of you.
And if that's not enough, text the name Danny for an extreme pep talk.
Prove everyone wrong. Show them you're the boss.
Get your GED pep talk and find free GED classes. Text the name of the person you want a pep talk from to 69222.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
We return back with the Miracle League of Jonesboro. I'm here with the Miracle League Director, Mrs. Sharon Turman, and joining her is our very special guest. We have Gavin Grubbs here with his grandmother, Mrs. Lana Zerbel. How y'all doing today?
Great.
Now, before we get started, I want to focus on Gavin, man. You're a cool kid, dude. I just found out you had some really good news. Can you go ahead and share us? You're a Make-A-Wish child, right?
Yes, ma'am. I had my Make-A-Wish in 2010, and I got to meet the NASCAR driver, Joey Logano, which is in second in points right now.
Ooh, look at that. Now, you got some good news with
Yes.
this particular NASCAR. Can you tell us what's going on?
I will be a groomsman in his wedding
All
in
right.
December.
All right, man. Well, before we get into that, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. What activities do you like to do?
I like watching sports. I like NASCAR, football, baseball, soccer, and rugby.
So this whole Miracle League deal, this is a pretty big deal to you, isn't it?
Yes,
How excited are you about it?
very excited. I mean, it's hard to put into words.
Yes. So how do you feel that this is going to help other people that want to come out and, you know, participate in the Miracle League? What do you think this is going to benefit our
I
community?
think it's going to make as far as impact on the kids, them feel great and just being able to go out and do sports, which will make them feel great, and it will make the community feel great because disabled kids make people smile.
I like that. Well, hey, like I said, you're a fine young man, and I know your English is pretty good. We were talking about Gavin. He done messed up. We were talking backstage, and this dude was correcting me. But I completely applaud you for that. It's good.
I'm really not that good at English.
Well, he's pretty active now. We're going to turn to your grandmother real quick. How do you feel that this actual Miracle League organization, how do you feel it's helping him?
Well, it just makes these kids who are on a daily basis not what the world calls normal, in a normal environment, you know, and doing all the fun things that they want to do. This summer, Gavin got to play some hockey on a covered field, and, you know, he crawled in bed that night and he said, I was good, wasn't I, you know? So that might be their next project out there.
You know how to play hockey here. What other sports do you know how to play? Because you outdoing me now, because I don't know how to play hockey.
I really don't know how to play. I just went out there and goofed around.
Now, Gavin, I want you to tell me, what do you feel, or what would you tell other children that are in your shoes? What would you tell them to get them involved into the Miracle League? What words do you have?
You may not feel like you can do everything that everybody else can do, but this makes you feel, I guess, by what today's world would call you significant, but what you would just think is just going out and having fun with other kids.
I like that answer, Gavin. Thank you so much. Now, back to you. Can you tell us how can people volunteer? Like, how can somebody get involved in this?
Well, each child that goes on the Miracle League field has to have what we call a well buddy. So this is going to encompass a lot of individuals, fraternities, sororities, church groups, businesses. They'll all get to be our buddies. And because we're opening October the 25th, it'll be right at the end of the Miracle League season as such. But next spring, we'll gear up and we'll have leagues forming and play competitive. We'll play the adult leagues also. So they'll need to watch our Facebook page, Miracle League of Jonesboro, and we'll have all of our information on there, how they can sign up for players as well as being a buddy.
I heard that. Now, different events that you got going on. Can you tell us, what's this particular one you got coming up pretty soon?
Well, the day of the grand opening, October the 25th, we're also having a color dash run. It's a 5K run that participants, it's not a time run, but they get to run and they get color thrown at them, and they just have a good time. So that event is also taking place the day of our grand opening.
All right. Well, thank you, Mrs. Turman, and thank you, Gavin and your grandmother. I tell you, it's so lovely having you on our show today. Hearing your message is going to impact our community greatly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show today, and once again, we are very thankful for Focus Inc. and the Miracle League of Jonesboro for coming on our show to educate our audiences on their purpose for serving the community. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to Home Place Furniture for furnishing our sets. Until next time, remember that it's not all about you, and it's not all about me, but it's about serving the community. So how will you serve? I'm your host, Daphne Gray. God bless.